the outbreak of COVID-19 has disrupted the normal life as well as the economy. Nowadays, every countries are very much concentrate about their health sector in one side and their economic growth and development in another sides. I am Devi Prasad Bal, Assistant Professor of Economics, Birla Global University, Bhubaneswar. Welcome to the panelists, faculty members, parents, and all the participants to this webinar on career opportunity in economics organized by Birla School of Social Science and Humanities, Birla Global Universities. A very good morning to all of you. You know, economics is the only social science for which a Nobel Prize is awarded. This shows itself the importance of the subject. Well, in this pandemic scenario, each and every countries are discussing about how to boost the economy. What kind of fiscal policy and monetary policy will adopt government and the central bank respectively. In individual case, like a common persons are thinking about their job opportunities, their consumption pattern, their savings and future plans. Similarly, a producers are planning about their production unit, how to optimize their resources and their investment strategies. Now, this is the situations to think about the optimum utilizations of resources to overcome this burden. Therefore, recently, our Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi, has announced a special economic package of rupees 20 lakhs crore to become self-reliant. He's trying to change the calamity into an opportunities. This will help to build the economy that takes a quantum jump. In the same way, our Reserve Bank of India has announced the expansionary monetary policies. That is, reductions of reverse repo rate at 25 basis point and repo rate remains constant. This will also create more investment opportunities in the for the development of a country. Therefore, I hope building a career in economics is a better choice. So the objective of today's webinar is to discuss the career opportunities in economics. We have two panelists with us for the detailed discussions regarding the career opportunities for economic students, Dr. Seva Mohanty and Dr. Ajit. Presently working as Assistant Professor of Economics and Coordinator of Birla School of Social Sciences and Humanities, Birla Global Universities. He has obtained his PhD degree in economics from Sambalpur University's Odisha. He has more than 15 years of teaching and research experiences. He has published many papers in highly referred journals. We have also with us Dr. Seva Mohanty. She is presently working as Assistant Professor of Economics, Birla Global degree in Financial Economics from Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. She has more than 5 years of teaching papers in highly referred journals. Now I request Dr. Seva to take over the sessions.
Thank you, Professor Devi Prasad. A very good morning to all of you. Today we'll discuss regarding the opportunities in economics. But before coming to the opportunities, we should first discuss why economics. What is the relevance of economics in this present scenario? Why students are interested to study economics? See, economics is a queen subject in social science because economics is applicable, economics is used in each and every aspect of life. First, you should know means where economics is used and what is the relevance. So how to distribute the resources. Economics is used to distribute the resources in an efficient way. We all know that our resources are scarce and wants are unlimited. So how we utilize our scarce resources to satisfy our unlimited wants. Okay. For this, we should use economics. We use the economic theories and concepts. Okay. Similarly, next is your social efficiency. Economics will help you to achieve the social efficiency. You know what is social efficiency? Social efficiency means it is the equalization of social cost and social benefit. Economic theories and concept will provide you and will help you to achieve this efficiency level. Coming to the forecasting, if we think about the forecasting about the future, it may be forecasting the demand, forecasting the supply, forecasting the consumption, production. For this, you should know the tools and techniques of economics. So economics is again used for forecasting. We all know that different types of markets are operating in the whole world. Okay. So the concept of market is derived from economics. It may be monopoly, it may be monopolistic, whatever the types of market. And according to the different types of market, we are fixing the strategies so that we can avoid the market failure. Economics will help you to avoid the market failure by using different theories of economics. Then now come to the crisis part. Economic crisis is a very, very important thing all over the world because all the countries are facing nowadays different types of crisis like banking crisis, liquidity crisis, uh, stock market crisis. There are different crises which is happening all over the world. And economics is the only way by economics or by doing the policies by the economist, okay, we can avoid the economic crisis. That's why you think how economics is relevant. Economics is, we are using economics in each and every field or each and every sector. That's why the importance of economics is in this present scenario can that you can say it's very huge, it's a very wide and diverse. Now coming to the career opportunity in economics. Choosing a career is one of the most important decisions you make in your life. In this present scenario, both students and parents are very much concerned for choosing a good career. Yes, really it's a very big task for them. Okay. When we're deciding our career, we should think about the job opportunities, required skills, demand of a particular job in the market. So according to my perspective, economics is the best choice. You know why? Because economics is a field which will never dwindle. There might be increase in technology in the last century or so, but there has been no difference for the need of economics in the whole world. So I'm giving you one example. See, for a manufacturing firm, definitely we want technicians, we want engineers, but at the same time we want economists because engineer can handle the machine, okay, or how the machine will work. But economists will decide what to produce, for whom to produce, and how much to produce, what should be the cost. So now you think what is the importance of economics. At the same time, though we are thinking about technology, at the same time, again, we are thinking about the economy. So both are complementary to each other. Therefore, the career opportunity in economics are extremely wide-ranging and diverse. And this job opportunity in economics day by day is increasing after the 1991 economic policy, new economic policy. Because of the globalization, liberalization, and privatization, the job opportunities in economic sector is increasing in a huge extent. If we come to the special jobs for economic students, I'll discuss some of the jobs which is available only for economic students. Okay. First, we should think about the government sector jobs. Okay. In government sector, mostly economic students are getting a very means topmost position, that is Indian Economic Service. This is specifically for economics and statistics students. They can give. This is the administrative position. This is just like your Indian Administrative Service. Okay. And the next, most of the students, economic students, are getting opportunity to work as economist in different public and private sector banks, in planning commissions, in finance commissions, in different public sector undertakings, in different research firms. So economist is a very popular position for economic students in different sectors, different fields. Okay. You may know Reserve Bank of India. This is the central bank of a country. And you know, in RBI, there is one department which is known as Department of Economics and Policy Research. There, economic students are working as grade B officers, and directly they have been recruited after the MA Economics. Okay. So this is also a very good opportunity for economic students. Then come to the Ministry of Finance. In Ministry of Finance also there is one department which is known as Department of Economic Affairs in India. Okay. They are searching only for economic students. Okay, they are getting jobs there. So these are some of the very few means departments which I'm talking about. Besides this, in each and every sector, in case of the government, in different offices, in different department also, economic students are getting recruited in different positions. Okay. Besides this, if you come to the analytical positions, okay, this is the another opportunity for economic students, that they are getting analytical positions in different private and public sectors, like in different data analyst position and credit analyst, cost analyst, financial analyst, business research analyst. So these positions are specifically for economic students who are good in research, good in numerical skills, good in statistical skills. Okay, so there are huge opportunities nowadays in terms of analytical positions for economic students. Okay. And in most of the financial sectors also, they are preferring financial analyst positions, and the economic students are getting recruited there. Then coming to market research firms, they are searching for economic students as market research analyst. Okay, because economic students knows the concept of market, and at the same time they knows the concept of research. Okay. So they can do good market research and they can forecast in a well manner than the other discipline students. So again, in this means present scenario, this market research analyst is a very good position, and most of the students are also getting recruitment in market research firms. Coming to financial sector, see, financial services sector is a very grooming sector nowadays. Just like it means financial services means it may be banking, non-banking financial intermediaries, insurance companies, investment banks, asset management companies. All are preferring economic students in different managerial positions, in different research positions also. So you may work in this financial services sector also. Okay, and besides this, also economic students are getting chances to work with different international agencies like World Trade Organization, World Bank, IMF, Exim Bank, Asian Development Banks. So these are the different international agencies where the economic students are getting recruited in different managerial positions. This is specifically for economic students. And another I can say is consulting. Okay, economic students are good consultant. Okay, they are recruited as consultant in different government and private sector firms, different corporates, different MNCs. Okay, consultancy is in this present scenario. Consultancy is a very good job, and you can be a good consultant also for different companies. Okay. Further, it has been observed that economic students are getting jobs in different research organizations and research departments. Okay. You may know there are different research organizations which are working in India and outside also. But if you come to India, there are so many research organizations which are focusing on social and economic research, especially. Okay. And they are searching and they are giving recruitment only to economic students. Okay. As junior research fellow, research officer, research analyst, data analyst. So there are lots of opportunity in case of research is available for economic students only, because so many research organizations are working. I'll give just very few names. Institute of Economic Growth, this is also one institute, means research institute. Then Institute of Social and Economic Change, that can be one research and institute. And next is Indira Gandhi Institute of Developmental Research, the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy. Similar, there are so many research institutes. I can't give you. I can give all the names here. It's not a means it's a, we have time constant. So there are so many research institutes you can work in that research institute, and this is specially these are specially for economics and social science students. Okay. Then in case of media, we think about media also. Economic students are getting chances to work with media as business reporter or journalist for financial newspapers. So in media also economic students are getting chances. I can say, insurance sector. Insurance sector is a very playing, I mean, is playing a leading role within this financial system or within the financial institution. Okay. And in insurance sector, there is one department in insurance industry. There is one department that is actuarial science. Okay. In actuarial science, they are searching economic students who are good in quant, okay, who are good in statistics, and mathematics, because for the analysis of the risk and uncertainty, they want actuarists. Okay? And economic students are getting chances there also. So besides corporates, these are the some of different corporate jobs. Besides the corporate also, if you are interested for academics, you can also get a chance to join as lecturers, assistant professors after your master degree. If you will clear UGC net after your masters, if you clear UGC net, then you may join as lecturer or you may do your PhD. Okay. After your PhD, you can also work as assistant professor. This is also a prestigious job. And nowadays, people are very much interested, students are very much interested to do this job. So yeah, then if you think about these are the job opportunities. If you don't want to do the job, because some of the students which are coming from business family, okay, so they are very much interested to business, to do their own business. So nowadays the scope of entrepreneurship is also tremendous, and in a developing country like India, entrepreneurship has a lots of scope, enormous scope. Okay. And I think economic student is a very good will be a very good entrepreneur, because he knows all the theory of entrepreneurship, because he knows the theory of demand, theory of supply, theory of consumer behavior, and overall he knows how to utilize the scarce resources to get maximum satisfaction or to maximum benefit out of that. So economics students can be a good entrepreneur, can be a successful entrepreneur. So if you want to start your business also, then economics will help a lot to start your business and to be a success in your life. Okay. So that means there are enormous career opportunities which are available in case of economic students, which I have discussed. These are just a few. You can also explore. There are so many other opportunities are available. If you will work hard, if you will means concentrate in your study, and if you will work hard, definitely you will get a job. For economic students, job is not a problem, because every sector is open for him or her. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Seva, for your valuable discussions on career opportunities for economic students. These are very good discussions. You explained very beautifully. Now, I would request to Dr. Ajit sir, to extend the discussions. Please, Ajit sir.
Good morning to all the attendees, my colleagues, and all other those who are online now. You see, the ongoing situation, the COVID-19 has really affected the world economy as well as the social aspect, and we all are now struggling. But as a matter of fact, being a student of economics, we should think from both the sides, both the negative dynamics as well as the positive dynamics. There is no doubt that the COVID-19 has affected very badly. It's because the economic activities are on halt. People are now struggling because they are in a turmoil situations. People are moving from one place to another problem, even though they are facing problem. But at the same time, since we are not going to stop here, we have to go ahead. We should be positive in our mind and by our activities. So, adding to what Professor Seva had said now, I would like to say here that after this COVID-19, we are also going to have so many opportunities. Let me to tell you one thing. If we look into economics as a subject, economics is growing, growing, and growing. If you see, after 1991, in the context of India, the LPG strategies, and then the financial crisis in the year 2008, there is always a consensus in the mind of people that if we could have forecasted the 2008 financial crisis earlier, then we could have taken some measures to deviate from that. But it was felt that there is need of more experts, more research, and more analysis, which we could have made the forecasting even far better. So the point what I'm trying to highlight here is that economics is a subject that allow us that to go ahead. And this is the reason for which what is happening now, that there is a very high demand so far as economic students are concerned. Professor Seva has already mentioned that what are the different sectors, what are the different jobs they can avail. But again, in addition to this is growing as I have said now, so it will grow again and again. One thing I should tell here that the approach to economics has changed. Now, the earlier case, as I have said now, that we have to think from social aspects, we have to think from the emotional aspects, and we have to think even from the cultural aspect to embed to the economic analysis, which can make our analysis more stronger and accurate. So the approach of economic research has now changed from a behavioral approach to a multidisciplinary approach. So in this case, the research is going to be one of the most important area which is going to absorb the people. Another aspect is the world is changing. There is a dynamic change. Whether you talk about before 20 years, 30 years, or you are talking about now, it is changing. And it is changing in different dimensions. One dimension is that is technology and automation. Today we are saying the world is the world of technology and automation. It is the world of artificial intelligence, and economics can be integrated to this. How? You see, in economics, we study not only the concepts, also we focus to the analytical and practical approach. In that context, economics includes subjects like econometrics. It includes subjects which is going to give you training how to use the softwares and technology to do research in economics. So the time when a student is well trained in the case of the use of software, the data analysis, they can be easily absorbed in different research sectors, as well as they can also participate in the context of teaching and training. So one point we should remember in our mind that when the world is changing in terms of technology, automations, all these things, there is need of economics. One of the major reasons behind this is that any productive activities we do, it includes the cost and benefit analysis. And economics tells us that how to do that cost and benefit analysis. So the teachers, the people, those who are going to give you training, they are going to teach you, they will include that. Similarly, after knowing the theoretical, you can use the theoretical concept to the analysis. So what will happen? The person who knows both the theory as well as the technical aspect, it is always expected the results can be more, reliable and accurate. And in that case, students of economics are in high demand. Apart from this, if we talk about the impact of COVID-19 and the future ahead, we should remember in our mind that when we are saying future, we are not talking about next week or week to the next. Rather, we are talking about the future after 2 years and 3 years. Over the period of time, as Professor Seva has already said here, that the government, similarly the institutes, they are focusing on research. They are focusing on different type of policies which can revive the economy. Ultimately, it will generate so many opportunities because there will be expenditure for this by the government and as well as by the sectors which are not government but they are interested to do good for the society. And in that case, not only research, apart from research, we need to have people, those who can administer the finance. And in that case, again, what will happen? The student of economics, they will be more preferable because they know about the aspect. Similarly, if we talk about the role of student of economics in different other sectors which are going to boom over the period of time. For example, you see, it was a time when we used to say that technology kills jobs, but now it is a time we are saying that how technology can save our jobs. So if you are going to be skilled with the new automations, new technology, new skill, then your advantage will be that you are more skilled than the others. And of course, when you are having advantage of this, then people will prefer more to you. So the point is here, the impact is going to have both the sides, but we have to reduce the negative and we have to capture the positive side. And the positive side is that it is going to give us the new opportunities. So instead of fixing ourselves to the traditional situation, we should think how can we upgrade ourselves so as to adopt the new things. And I'm telling this particularly for the students, those who are going to take admission for BA or MA and even for PhD. They should keep these things in their mind. They should not think that they are not going to get the opportunities. They are of course going to get the opportunities. Only thing is that during the time of their studies, they should be conscious that what are the skills the industry is going to demand from them. And if they are going to practice this, if they are going to inculcate this, then automatically what will happen? They will be in more advantageous situation. Economics as a subject is vast by nature, but at the same time, it gives you specialization. Of course, one individual cannot specialize in every field, but the individual, after having a minimum, conceptual clarity, that person can go for specialization. And in that context of specialization, I should tell you now that economics is having a diverse area of specialization nowadays, starting from transportation economics to agricultural economics, labor economics, health economics, right? Similarly to financial economics. In addition to this, today we are talking about the energy economics. So there is a vast area. And why I'm saying these things to you now, the reason is you may have some special interest to a particular field, and whether economics gives this or not, economics gives you. Economics gives you all these diverse areas of specialization. And once you are going to specialize in an area, then you will be in demand because people needs that specialized people to work for them and to increase their productivity and profit. So one thing is clear here that even after COVID-19, we should have a positive mind and we should think about the opportunity side. And I'm quite sure here that, of course, it is changing. We are in a struggling situation now, but this time again going to pass, and again we are going to have a normal situations, and we all are, going to have a peaceful life with a good health. Okay, though we are saying now, fine, so COVID-19 is there now, but no issue. We will work, and economics, I'm telling to you, economics will help you a lot. The reason is that you will be clear both conceptually, technically, and that's the demand of the market today. That's the demand of the market today. If you are skilled, you will be highly demanded, right? So my thing is that, in this situation also we should think towards the positive side and we should work for our career. And I should say that economics is a very good career option. We should choose for that. Okay. So thank you very much. Over to Professor Devi.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. Uh, it was a very good discussions, and it was a very insightful discussions also. So nicely post COVID-19. Ajit sir kindly discussed with our participant, and also one of the participant, namely Dr. Vinod Kumar, also asked the questions that what is the possible opportunities for economic students in answer this.
Sorry, can you please repeat the question, Professor Devi?
Yes, the question is what is the possible opportunities for over to Ajit sir.
Is this about the specialization energy economics sound? It's not audible. Okay, let me answer this. You see, in the post-COVID, as I have said now, that there will be demand for the people those who are skilled and specialized. Let me to give you one example here. If a student is doing PhD in the area of energy economics or in the climate economics, we all know that climate change is one major important concern in the mind of every people. Even in the world, economic forums, even in the world environmental forums, these things are discussed. And supporting these two, the reason is that when you are saying about climate change, you should also think about the aspect how can you mitigate with this. Now, if there is a problem and we are trying to find out the solution, we need to have people who can analyze, who can do research, and who can give us a policy solution. So if you are specializing in that field, then there are so many institutes who do research and who work for the policy formulation, even both the government sectors as well as the private sectors, and they recruit people from this area. One important aspect is that is modeling and simulations. So over the course time period, what's happened when you are going to study all these things, there are opportunities when the advertisement comes and when these people they demand, particularly in different specific areas, they call either it is a research officer, or they call it economist, or they say that the experts, but you are going to get observed over there. So this is one area of opportunity. Apart from this, we all know that now people are talking about there is a dynamic change in the world so far as the international borders and cross-country exchange part is concerned. So in that context, if people are migrating from the countries like China to India, let's say, then what will happen? Even in the developing countries, there will be so many opportunities these companies are going to create. And these people, they can easily, what I hope actually, they can be in demand. So the point is that in the post-COVID, also, what will happen? There will be opportunities in the context of research, in the context of administration, in the context of particularly policy formulations. Okay, so economists will must have a demand in the market.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. Okay, uh, in this present scenario, we are talking about skills. We know that economics is a skill-based subject. By obtaining a degree in economics, students can gain so many skills. So, Dr. Seva, can you please discuss the common skills gained from economics degree? Dr. Seva, over.
Thank you, Devi. Yes, economics is a skill-based subject, no doubt. And by doing an economics degree, you will learn so many skills which will be helpful for getting a job. Okay. Like I can say analytical skills. Economics will give you, or by doing the economics degree, you will gain analytical skills. You will be studied statistics and mathematics. So definitely you will learn numerical skills and statistical skills. Similarly, research skills. Most of the research techniques and tools you will be studied in economics. So it will enhance your research skills. Then your problem solving skills, then presentation skills, then regarding the market, means how to handle the market. This skill also you can develop while you are studying of economics. Then logical thinking, forecasting skills, and economic students can be a good policymakers. That means policymaking skills can be developed if you study economics. So economics is such a subject by which you can gain lots of skills which will be helpful for making your career or for getting jobs in different sectors and in different types of jobs. You will gain lots of skills which will be helpful for your career improvement.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Seva. Well, as discussed by Dr. Seva regarding different skills of economic students, like analytical skills, forecasting skills, policymaking skills, which means that economic students are good in research, So what are the career opportunities for economic students in research? I'd request Dr. Ajit to discuss this one, please.
I have already actually mentioned. However, there are few sectors actually we can look into, particularly after COVID-19. One sector is that is the health sector. Health sector is going to have you know great financial investment in terms of research. Apart from the medical part, I'm saying, of course, there will be research for vaccine and the other health infrastructure. But so far as the policy making part by the government is concerned, government has already started doing this actually. That how can we have a proper allocation of resources? We also know actually, particularly in the context of India, the governments are suffering from financial instability. However, we cannot spare the life. Now, to save lives, we need to have research, right? Apart from this, we need to have education. So, particularly, I'm focusing towards the social sector. Whether you talk about the health, education, and so on. So, in the context of health sector and education sector, there will be a very good investment, and those who are interested either to go for teaching, they can move for teaching. And I will focus on the skill part. Now what will happen, there will be mostly use of digitization and technology. So those who will be trained, they can easily can have demand in the market. Similarly, health research is one emerging grooming area, I should tell over here. Health economics, it also includes the other aspect in the social context like gender and labor, though these are traditional, but still these are going to have new dimensions actually. So apart from jobs in the government sector, apart from jobs in the MNCs and KPOs, there are many options people can avail in the case of research, right? So what I will say that obviously there will be opportunities, right?
Uh,
Can I add something
yeah,
to start with?
yes, please, Professor Seba, you can carry on.
So actually, yes, research is already I have discussed because research is a key skill of economic student. Okay, because he knows how to do the research in a very specific way. Okay, and there are so many research institutes or organizations which I have already told. Okay, so if you make your career in research, definitely you will get a job in a very easy way. Whatever I can say, it's very easy to get into research if you are economic students. Okay. There are so many research institutes. It may be more than in India there are more than 40 research institutes which are available, which are specifically doing research on economic and social issues. They are under ICSSR. Okay, so you can also work there as economists, as research officers. That also I have discussed in my first session. So, and another thing is, in each and every corporate, they have their research wings, and they are searching economic students, because those corporates or those means companies which are good in research, they are sustaining in the market. So if the research department is good, then definitely means you will sustain the market. That's why they are focusing on research and development, where economic students, they are preferring economic students, and economic students are getting chances to do research or to do job, to get jobs there. That much. Besides this, Adisar has already discussed regarding health sector.
Thank you.
One thing,
Yeah. Yes, Professor Ajit.
yes, I should mention here actually, you see how the market and the society is changing now. Few days back, before COVID-19, we all were reluctant to use technology. I think many of my friends, they will be agree with me that if someone will tell them that go for online, they would have started avoiding this. But now the situation is that we all are interested to go for online. It is because now it is the need of the hour. So there are so many companies, there are so many institutions there. Whether you talk about Lenovo or you talk about EduTech, you talk about Moodles, you talk about Vedantu, you talk. There's so many things. So the point is that for a good student, the market is going to. I'm open. I'm telling to you. The only thing is that we have to be laborious and we have to work for ourselves actually, and we have to accept the change. And the market has changed, and economics is going to have it. I'm telling you. So my point is that no, we should not think, again I'm repeating, we should not think the negative side more, rather we should think about the opportunities which are going to we are going to have in the post-COVID actually.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit. Yes, research plays an important role. It is the research which can shift your productions curve upwards. It is the technology which can, improve the productions. Technology helps a lot, and I'm sure that research plays a crucial role here. Anyway, okay, it's very good. Thank you so much. I mean, fine. It is very good discussions regarding discussions. I mean, regarding research. Um, then. Please discuss about the emerging area in economics. What are the emerging areas are there in economics, so that it is a crazy subject now. I request to Dr. Seva for discussions.
Okay, actually, emerging economics itself is an emerging subject. Okay, that we can say. But already means yes, we can say what are the emerging courses. Okay, if we focus, that is on emerging courses, and which is already discussed by Ajit sir, that behavioral economics is an emerging course, financial economics is an emerging course, health economics is, yes, definitely it's an emerging course due to this pandemic situation, and besides this, applied econometrics is also emerging course, and you can also say environmental economics, energy economics. I'm not extending more because already it has been discussed by Ajit sir. So these are the some of the emerging courses, and basically in our Birla Global University, we are focusing on these courses, on these emerging courses, which will be helpful for the present students to get jobs or to be employable. Okay. That's why in our undergraduate course and postgraduate course, we are giving these opportunities, or we are giving these papers as their specialization papers. Those who are interested, they can take any two papers as their specialization, and by which they can get, or they can be employable in this present scenario. And definitely, yes, according to the performance of the last year students, we find that those who have specialization in econometrics, they're easily getting into the corporates. So these are the giving. Yes.
Yes, thank you, Professor Seba. Now we are running by time. We have received so many questions from our participants. We'll discuss some of the important questions here. One of our participants is asking that what is the importance of health economics after post COVID-19? I mean, after COVID-19. I'm asking. I mean, I'm giving these questions to Dr. Ajit.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a nice question. I have already mentioned. You ask any individual which is important for him, he will first say health, and we always give responsibility, or we always expect that the government should do something for our health. What is happening now? It has started from one hospital to so many hospitals. We have already enlarged the number of beds from minimum number to the maximum possible numbers. The doctors are working day and night. What we are saying about the corona warriors. These are the things which symbolize, which gives us hints that how the sector is going to change, and how this sector has already drawn the attention of the people. Whether you talk about academicians, the students, the policymakers, the practitioners, then we all are concerned about health now. Now, if you are so much concerned about health, obviously you will be serious about the health sector. To be very specific about the economic students, you see, in economics, we study something that is known as, that is, moral hazard. We talk about different type of negative spillovers. We talk about bad habits, bad activities, good activities, and all. And the ultimate part is that how we are going to reduce the bad part and how we are going to increase the good part. Now, to increase the good part, government needs people, those who can recommend. The medical people, they will do the medical part, but the economics people, they talk how government can use the minimum available resources optimally. And in that context, the health economics helps. Health economics, it is not confined to only analyzing the finance. It also tells that what will happen in the future, because health is a risk. And please remember, health is also related to insurance. To reduce the risk, we go for insurance. So in this context, the student of economics, they, if they are in research, they will go for different type of modeling, they will go for simulation, they will forecast what will happen in future. But even if they are not in research, they can also work at the grassroots level. How they can collect the data, how they can analyze at the preliminary level and draft. So the recent things what has happened, the Prime Minister has already announced the stimulus package, and here we have seen there will be, a change. There can be so many change, but one change is that there will be change in the health sector, and where there is a need of people to do analysis, research, work, which is going to help for the government to take right decisions. So you can get
Thank you.
adjust over there.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. We received one question from our participant, namely Kausalya Maharana. He's asking that as economics and commerce are said to be the sister. I'd like to ask these questions to Professor Seva. Please.
Please repeat the question.
The question is, as economics, the questions from Kausalya Maharana, as economics and commerce are said to be the sister concern, or sisters.
Yes.
Those field of economics also. I mean, he's asking about job. Maybe can commerce students can apply for economics job or economics related jobs?
Yes. Means commerce and economics both are similar, not same. Okay, economics is a broader concept, and commerce I can say narrow, but that concept is finance concept is derived from economics. Okay, so economics is a broader sense, and if you think about commerce, it's a part of economics. It's not part; it's derived from economics. So definitely, most of the jobs are related to commerce and economics students are getting similar type of jobs. But yes, if you focus on research, then commerce is not mostly focused on research. They are only concentrating on cost and accounting. Okay, this is mostly they are studying financial statement analysis. But economic students can do all the financial analysis. It may be financial statement, or it may be business research, it may be market research. All the things can be done by economic students. But a commerce students can do only the financial statement analysis. And in research also, economics students can do all type of research work, because that's why macro concept is there. But in commerce, we are very specific. This is a micro concept. Okay, only we are thinking about the financial statement of a company. Okay, but economics will analyze the balance sheet of a country. Okay, so now you understand what is the difference between. Yes, no doubt you can get similar type of job. Some of the jobs are different, but most of the jobs are similar type. But definitely you will get more job opportunity in case of economics than commerce in different fields. See, in commerce also you will get opportunity. That I can say you will not get opportunity. Yes, this is in somehow different fields, and in economics it means somehow some part is similar and some part is different. Okay. So though this is means similar. Yes, if you will do after your economics degree, if you will do CFA or any kind of chartered finance like this, then definitely you will get a very good job, because with economics you have a finance degree. And most of the investment banks also, they are searching this type of students. Okay. And even if in with economics also, if you will do MBA finance or MBA marketing also, you will get a very good chance in different MNCs also. So see, all are complementary. We can say economics is different, or economics you will get more chance, and commerce you will get less chance or more chance. That we can say. All the subjects are complementary to each other. It depends on your how much you are interested, and what is your concern, and in which area you are interested to work. That depends on you.
Thank you, Professor Seva. I hope you answered very properly. One question is asked from Jayanti Sahu. She's asking about, is it job clear after clearing net in economics? I'm giving these questions to Dr.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm sorry to. Yes,
excuse me. Yeah. The questions asked from Jayant Sahu. he want to know about that. Is there any job opportunities after clearing of net in economics?
Okay, again, it's a very nice question. You see, national eligibility test is a eligibility criteria which have been, decided by the government, and of course, net is the minimum eligibility criteria. So this is one step that you have done. Okay. Now, second part is that like you, there can be so many people who have also qualified net. So the government comes with advertisement about the position in teaching actually, so you can apply that there. Apart from this, nowadays there are so many private institutions, they also ask for net, so you can apply there. So I will say that there is job options, but I think one another thing is there in our mind, that is whether net is sufficient or not. I will say, you see, net is one eligibility criteria, but it is not the sufficient criteria today, because in most of the institutes, if they are basic focus is towards research, they will ask you to come with a PhD degree. And in that context, even if you are having a net qualification, you have to do PhD and you have to do good research. So my suggestion will be, right after qualifying net, you can apply. If you are getting, you join. But if you are not getting, don't get worried. Instead of wasting time, if you are interested for academics, you should go for PhD, right? And after completion of PhD, your advantage will be better having both net as well as PhD. So there can be options.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. One question from Pradeep Kumar De. He want to know that what specializations in economics have the most career opportunities and in which field of job. I would like to give these questions to Dr. Seva.
Okay, actually, specialization, it depends upon your interest. If you want to work in research organizations, then definitely I can say you take applied econometrics, because this will be much more helpful for you. You can come to know what is the application of mathematics and economics, and mathematics and statistics in economics. You can forecast and you can study time series and regression model, different types of regression models, which will be helpful for you. If you want to make your career in energy related companies, then you take energy economics. If you want to make your career in health related industries, then you take health economics. This depends upon your interest. And if you want to make your career in financial services sector, you take financial econometrics, which is a combination of finance and economics with some econometrics concept. There you will be studied the concept of finance, concept of economics. At the same time, you will be studied econometrics, how to use or how to establish different financial models. Okay, so that will be helpful for you if you want to do a job in financial services sector or different types of investment banks. So many MNCs are coming, foreign banks are coming. If you want to do to a job there or to work there, then you can take financial econometrics. See, depends upon you which specialization you want to take. Every specialization has its own importance. Okay, it depends upon you how particular you are to a particular field. Economics is a very vast field, diversified field, and opportunity is very high. But you think in which area you want to specialize and you want to work. According to that, you take your specialization. Yes, every sector has its own demand, and every specialization has its own demand. And
Thank
all
you,
the
Professor.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Professor Seva. One participant, namely Sudipta Ghosh, would like to know that is there any course that specialized in econometrics? I would like to give these questions to Professor Seva.
Yes, in econometrics, we are giving 4 specialization papers in econometrics. One, we are giving basic econometrics. Next, we are giving applied econometrics. Okay. Another one, we are giving advanced econometrics. Okay. Besides this, we are specifically giving time series analysis, which is basically focused on time series. Okay. So in advanced econometrics, we are giving focus on time series with panel data models or panel regression models. So in econometrics, we are providing very details of the econometrics papers, and some in this year also we are giving financial econometrics. So these are the 4-5 papers which is related to econometrics and which is really emerging in this present scenario that we are providing to our students, and the students are taking as specializations. Even if in basic econometrics we are giving in Birla School of Social Science and Humanities, we are giving basic econometrics from the means as a general course which is compulsory for all the students. Okay, so in econometrics we are strong. This is the USP. We are very good in econometrics.
Thank you, Professor Seva. It was very good. You explained very properly. One participant, namely Bhavani Sankar Parida, he is asking that, is it good if I pursue MBA after completing my bachelor degree in economics? I'd like to give these questions to Professor Seva, please.
This can be explained. I think definitely after your graduation, if you will do MBA, you will get a good chance at different corporates. Okay, that will be explained more by Dr. Ajit, I think. So Sas will explain.
Yes,
thank you. Thank you very much. You see, if you want to do a course, then nobody is going to stop. You see, you should always go by your choice, I should say. And whether if you are thinking that it is going to be a good career option or not, then I will say yes, it is going to be a very good career option. The reason I am telling to you, in my last careers, actually, I have observed that there are many students, those who come from, BA economics, and they pursue MBA. Since because I also teach in the MBA in my past years and even now, so we have seen that MBA students, they need economics knowledge, and that's why there is a paper of economics. You must have listened the deliberation part we have given now. In the entire deliberations, the focus is also to the interdisciplinary approach like accounting, the financial aspect, right, the statistics, the quantitative economics, and these things are also used in management science. And management science students, they do it very nicely if they have a background of economics. So I will say that from BA economics, if you are going for MBA, yes, it will be a very good career option. It is your choice that you want to be a management professional. You can work in different as a management professional. So fine, it will be very helpful for you.
One question we received from Gyanaranjan Sahu. He want to know that what are the job opportunities in agriculture? So, Professor Ajit sir, please, Ajit sir.
Is this about agricultural economics and opportunities?
Yes, what are the job opportunities in agriculture sector, sir?
You see, again, I will repeat the recent stimulus package announcement by the Prime Minister of India, that basically the entire stimulus package, focusing how to revive the economy from the grassroots level, that is in the rural sector, right? So the point is that in the rural sector, actually, you can say that agriculture is the major sector. It has been said that particularly in the context of developing countries, more than 70% people, they depends on agriculture. So it gives the importance of this. Now there can be so many options. One option, as I have already told to you, that is the research option. Another option is the government also recruit people to collect the data and to go for policy formulations. So agriculture sector gives you two options. One option is being a researcher, you can work over there, and another option is that if you have a background of agricultural economics, and if you are going to pass the state specific eligibility test, maybe it is the administrative services and all, you can be given preference to work in that specific department actually, because you have that idea and knowledge. Many times it happens that the theoretical knowledge may not be so helpful in the practical context, but it is always assumed that if you are having a theoretical knowledge, you can easily understand the practical aspect and you can work better. So agricultural economics, it's always important, and it is important not only because you are going to study as a specialization, it is also important because it helps a lot so far as the social and economic development part is concerned. So to go for economic growth and development, no, agriculture is the pivotal sector, and people needs people those who are expertise in that field.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. We received so many questions. We'll take last two questions, very important questions. The question is, what are the internship opportunities for bachelor and master degree students at Department of Economics, Birla Global University, Bhubaneswar? I request to Dr. Seva to answer this question, please.
Okay, actually, this is the USP of Birla School of Social Science and Humanities, because in undergraduate and postgraduate both level we are giving internship in for economic students. Generally, in undergraduate level, very few universities are giving internship facilities for the students. Recently, means we have arranged the internship in different corporates, public sector undertakings, and different research institutes for the BA economics students. And at the same time, also for MA economics students, also Birla Schools of Social Science and Humanities also providing internship in different corporates and research institutes. Okay, and we have a CCR team. They are arranging this internship, and some we are also hoping that means this year we are also hoping they may get pre-placement offer also if they will work at when they are working at research institutes. So definitely internship is not a problem here, and you will definitely, if you join here in BA or MA, whatever may be, it may be undergraduate course or it may be postgraduate course, definitely you will learn regarding research, and you will do your internship either in corporate or in research institutes or in banks. Okay, wherever your interest, I will try our best, and we are also trying, and we are also giving this opportunity to our students. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Seva. I will take last questions, and the question is there any placement assistant for the Department of Economics at Birla Global University? I request Professor Ajit to answer or discuss this one. Please, Ajit sir.
I think this is the most important question in the mind of the prospective students. And yes, we have a CCR, that is Center for Corporate Relation. There is a separate department, and every department of the university, they take help of the CCR department. Actually, they provide the assistance for the students for the purpose of their employability. And we have seen that the CCR department work very strong, and they work laboriously to provide different type of facilities. They arrange the companies. They also tell the students that to go and appear the test. But one thing I should also tell here, one thing that is, as a matter of fact, what's happened actually, placement is not the only one way. It is from the both the way. So I would suggest the prospective students that you should keep on working. You should keep on working for yourself. You should know. You should develop your skill, because what's happened when you are in classroom, your teachers, they can be somehow they will try to understand your sentiment and all. But the time when you are trying to get into the market is not going to look into your sentiment part. They will be looking into your skill, that how your skill is going to be helpful for them. So my suggestion is that the CCR department, they extend all possible supports, right? And they have been doing this, but at the same time, we should also work to groom ourselves, to develop our skill, right? And to immediately catch the opportunity which is coming in front of us.
Thank you, Professor Ajit. Due to shortage of time, we are not able to cover all the questions. Now we come to an end of the today discussions. Before closing this webinar, first of all, I'd like to thank our panelist member, Dr. Ajit Kumar Das and Dr. Seva Mahanti, for their valuable discussion on career opportunities in economics. On behalf of the Department of Economics, Birla Global University, Bhubaneswar, I'd like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Sudhakar Panda, Registrar Dr. B.K. Das, and Dean Professor Dr. Parameshwar Naik for providing us all kind of supports and encouragement. I extend my heartfelt thanks to IT team, Sri Devasis Patnaik and Sri Krishna Murari Pandey for providing us all kind of technical supports. Last but not the least, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants, faculty members, parents, and students present today. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.